Welcome to another video of Walk with Phil, and today I'm in Wednesbury, and what I want to do in this video is show you the world's tallest rugby posts, which they actually tower 128.5 feet, which makes it the world's tallest rugby posts, and it's actually listed in the Guinness Book of Records, which is recognised in 2014. Before I take you to where the tallest rugby posts are, I'm going to show you a few of the streets around here, here in Wednesbury. And one of the roads I'm going to take you down is Old Park Road to see what we can see along there. So let's go and take a look. So I thought I'd start here. We got Park Street, and ahead of me here we've got Whitley Street, and down there you can take a right and you can go into Darlaston, or you can take a left and you go into Wednesbury town. Yeah, this is Whitley Street, and this is where Whitley Street ends and Manor House Road begins. This wasn't always the case. I should think it was the late 1800s when this particular stretch here was known as Hall End, and Hall End would take a right just ahead of me. Just over there on the right is Hall End now, but this is now Manor House Road, and so called because just a bit further down this Manor House Road to the right there was actually a manor house, which we'll have a look one of the days where it used to stand. Before I go down Old Park Road, just show you those row there, what you call them, masonettes. But anyway, they were prone to subsidence in the early 80s. And that, of course, was all due to mining, because mining in Wednesbury was everywhere, especially around these parts in Old Park Road. And if I just show you over there, look, you can see the two churches, the steeples of the churches. You can see on the right is St Bart's, and on the left is St Mary's. And if we just show you there where Hall End is, there's the site of the Grade 2 listed pub, the Old Blue Ball. I did a video of that pub a few months back. One of the large mining areas was just here, and you can see a lot of it has been left to nature because a lot of coal shafts were around those parts, and that was the Cow Pastures Colliery. And we're back of some rather fancy apartments just here. Just want to show you this bit here of Old Park Road didn't exist in the late 1800s. The actual entrance to the stretch ahead of me would have come in from the right here, and it just would have, alright, yeah, the actual entrance to the rest of Old Park Road would be coming from the right here, and so this little bit here was still all overgrown due to the mining area, which was Cow Pastures Colliery over there. And here's all these factories here. As I said, was it Rugby Owen? That was a huge factory back in the day, but now we've got a lot of factory units now over here. So this is again, this was an area where there was subsidence to a few of the buildings around here. Now this is called the Old Park Trading Estate. And we've got, I don't think anybody manufactures anything these days, they're just warehouses, aren't they? One there, look, BS Fixings, we've got fasteners and special components in there. And this one's the Catering Essentials Warehouse. And we can have a quick look what is here on this site. You probably have to zoom in on this, but we've got some, as we said, BSJ Fixings, there's fasteners, Midlands Associates, composites. Yeah, there's a few things, and of course there's one or two that are empty. We've got a whole row here of council properties dating from the 20s and 30s. Because there's nothing really on the left here of this road. This is mainly industrial, and to the right you can see it's all residential. But it's very tree lined as well, look. And you can see all the autumn leaves now. and we've still got one or two houses that are doing Halloween. This one's telling me to be cautious, to have caution here, because here there is a zombie outbreak. So let's check this one out. I've got a few tombstones here and bones, and Happy Halloween. Never too sure what it means by Happy Halloween. It's not Christmas, is it? I mean, who celebrates Halloween? What do you do on Halloween? It never used to be a thing. I think the American influence has invaded the country, and now we make more of a thing of Halloween these days. And if you go to Hamady Hill, near Brierley Hill, you'll find a whole shop there devoted to Halloween stuff. And then it, a few leaves here, isn't there? And then it changes to the Christmas shop. And you can see it's quite a high bank where the industrial base stands. You see all these blue railings, look, they go all the way down. You can see as far as the eye can see, all the way down there. And then you can see a little bit area that's fenced off. But it's all industrial based, and a lot of the area of industry down towards the bottom here on the left is now full of newer flats, and we're kind of running parallel with Darlaston Road, which is beyond to the left. And so we'd have all this industry on the left facing Darlaston Road, and a bit further along there you'd have the service washing machine company, but that folded around about 2010. What's going on here? A big white van here, and we've got, guess the car, and guess what's under that larger vehicle. It looks like a camper van. Here is Hawthorne Road. Did a video not so long back when I was looking at the Civil Defence Club, right at the top on the right. Just here on the corner, once stood a telephone box just by this car. Who remembers the telephone box? It's just, like I say, it's the little things, isn't it, you remember? We've got a school on the right. It's the Old Park Primary School. Now I just want to show you this over the road on the left. And it was classed many years, late 1800s. It was classed as a reservoir, but it's not a very big area of water. It is now just classed as a body of water. I don't think it was anything to do with mining, but you can see, if I can just show you here, it's just a body of water now. As I said, it was classed as a reservoir. I don't know if you can access that water, because we've got all this fencing around here, and I've noticed if you do carefully look through all those bushes there, you can see more fencing around the top. So I don't know where all this area is fenced off, but I don't think you can do much with it. It's I thought maybe you could do some fishing in there, but I can't. I'm not sure if you can, but I don't know if that's an area where you can actually fish from. But it's not a very large body of water, as I say. Now here we've got the Old Park Primary School here, and we're on our way to showing you the tallest rugby posts in the world, and you can already see them, can't you? Look, if you look carefully, you can see them towering above this school. Very well trimmed hedges, isn't it, around the school? If you've got one of these hedges, they don't half need some upkeep. Like that one there, that's very tidy as well. This is the Melford Mews, and this is what I was saying. Look, you can see all these rather newer townhouses, if you like. Some of them 3 stories, This is Goldby Drive, and you can see they're all fairly new, all up there. Number 65 bus just come down there. That serves the Woods estate in Wednesbury. And this row of townhouses, this is the Melford Mews. And here we have the Old Park Primary School. Quiet today, it's half term. It's quite a large school actually. Just there, love, you can see an open area of playing fields. That was the site of an old colliery as well. That was the Old Park Colliery. And if you continue up here on the right, you will come to Franchise Street. Again, we'll have a look at that one of the days. And all over here, where all these, looks like, I don't know, 70s houses, 80s, here on the corner. That was the site of another colliery. That was called the Hobbs Hole Colliery. And that would stretch right across all this road, because Old Park Road is a very old road, but this is a fairly newer affair, Woden Road North. The Hobbs Hole Colliery would stretch right over here as well, across this, all over this road and the back of the school. And take a look up here, because this was, as I said, the site of the Hobbs Hole Colliery, but a lot of these areas have been converted into nature reserves, and this is not quite you would class as a nature reserve, but anyway, Sandwell have decided to call it the 10-acre wood, with a list of what sort of wildlife you expect in here. There's tigers, elephants, leopards in here. Well, actually it's a red fox and a grey squirrel. That's unusual, isn't it? Let's walk along here and have a look at these very tall rugby posts. And there you can see one ahead of me. They're tall, aren't they? And people ask, why do they want the world's tallest rugby posts? And I think the answer was, well, they just did. They tower. They actually tower, don't they? Into the sky. Well, where else would they tower? Look at this one here. Hey. And well, I've got a dog barking at me. Perhaps the dog doesn't like me filming him. Yeah, you can see there's the headquarters there of Wednesbury RFU. They've got some normal rugby posts as well, you can see in the distance. Right, so that's where we've just come from, just up there. And the guy there is Steve, with his Springer Spaniel Bailey. And he was just telling me, filling in a few gaps actually, where I was showing you about those factory units up there. Once around there used to be a pot factory, and that, because of subsidence, they demolished all that pot factory around there. So that was an interesting bit of information. But I don't remember the pot factory personally, because although I lived in Wednesbury for many years, I don't quite remember coming round, well, taking note of what used to be around this area. But as I say, beyond all these trees here were the Obsfield Colliery. And if we look over here to the left, we've got the entrance to the Rugby Football Club, which I'm going to try and get in there for you, and then we can have a look. We do find a lot of driving instructors parking up along this road. And I'm just looking up actually, the clouds look really dark. I suspect we've got a bit of rain on the way. There's an artificial pitch here for football. We're here at the entrance to the Wednesbury Rugby Union Football Club just here, and their next home game is on this Saturday, 3 p.m, which will be the 1st of November. The gates are open, so we're going to have a look in. I'll just come in here to have a look at these goalposts. You know, I lived in Wednesbury.
World famous, then, man.
World famous, yes. I remember I lived in Wednesbury right up until the mid 2000s, and I never knew this place. Yeah. You know, the goalposts. Mind you, this was 2003, wasn't it? Was it 2003?
2003 we did take out.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
It was 2003.
Something like that. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Special crane and all that to put them up. Yeah. And you can see them from the motorway, apparently.
You can on a clear day.
On a clear day,
On a clear day.
Yeah.
I'll take you in and I'll show you. We've got some photos.
Whoa, I appreciate that. I'll tell you.
Certificates and everything. So some of the history of the club there.
Okay. Here we are. Look, see, you can see.
Yeah, 2003 we was.
2003. That's right. Yeah. Thought so.
A picture of the crane putting them up.
Oh, right. There you go.
And then there's the Guinness certificate.
That's right. Yeah,
we've got the original official one in locked
recognised when 2014 when he was recognised as the tallest posts in the world.
Yeah, we still hold this record.
Oh, I don't like to see metres, but I know it's 125 and a half feet.
125 and a half foot.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's brilliant, mate.
But yeah.
So I'm going to just film these on the wall for you.
Carry on.
That's brilliant, mate. Do you get many people watching the matches?
It depends on who the opposition is. Past 100, 150. If it's somebody a little bit farther away, like Newcastle Staffs or Whitchurch, you might get 40 or 50.
Well, you got a few facilities here. I didn't know it was.
We've developed it. We've put a permanent marquee out the back. Because sometimes the big room's too big for people.
Okay.
So it's like some of the baby showers where there's 20 or 30 women and that.
Oh, so you do other events, you hold other events as well. That brings in a bit of money.
A christening.
Okay.
Well, that's a nice little small one.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
That they can use and not.
Interesting.
You have the big room. Then we've got the cafe.
That's right,
that does all the match day food and it's open to the public Saturdays and Sunday mornings.
Yeah. It's brilliant.
Yeah,
it's quite
all the big room out.
It's quite nice actually.
We just keep chipping away and like I've got another project now, building a club shop at the bottom so that we can another
club shop,
revenue source coming in.
It's another revenue stream, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What's your first name?
Martin. I'm the club, vice chairman, and this is Kevin, who's the actual club chairman.
Kevin. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks very much, Steve. Yeah,
Martin.
Martin. Yeah, thank you very much, Martin. I'll just do a little bit of filming of the pitch, and I'll be out of here. Thank you. Just show you through the fence here, the pitch, and those goalposts that you can see from the motorway, which is quite some miles from here. So when these rugby posts were installed in 2003, it beat the previous tallest record, which was 110.5 feet, and those posts were based at the Roan Antelope Club in Zambia, in Africa. That used to hold the record of the tallest rugby posts. Now it belongs to this club, the Wednesbury Rugby Club, here in Wednesbury. From this point you can't really see it, but beyond the rugby club is an area called Fallings Heath, where the Fallings Heath Cemetery is situated, and also that again was another mining area just past this rugby club. There was no shafts that I understand here at the rugby club, but just beyond the rugby club there was the Forge Mill Colliery, another large, very large mining area. Because as we say, when you see a lot of the green spaces around this part of Wednesbury, you can bet it would have been to do with mining. They was tall, weren't they? 128.5 feet, towering into the sky. Thanks to Martin for showing me around the Rugby Union Football Club. It was a pleasure to go and have a look around in there, and it probably gives you some idea of the sort of facilities they've got here at the Rugby Club. And yeah, so if you ever fancy coming to a rugby match on a Saturday, anyway, this is the place to come, so why not? Anyway, we'll leave it at that, and if you like the video, hit the like button and also hit subscribe and hit the notification bell for new videos, and I'll see you on the next one.